Distress Tolerance with Gina Wong.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gina Wong. So, distress tolerance. Distress tolerance is about our ability to withstand a difficult, stressful emotions, feelings in a moment in time. And so that's why it's not something that we can get through reading books. It's not a book smart kind of thing. It's really about our reactivity, our ability to have the cognitive capacity to, think about what we're thinking and then have an idea of how we would like to respond. So, an example, a simple example is, my daughter, when she was young, she would run to the car and try to get into the car, and I'd be further away, so I wouldn't have opened, the automatic door. And she would just pull and pull and pull and pull and pull and keep pulling, and get more frustrated as it wasn't opening. So in that situation, it's low distress tolerance, lots of frustration, and just continue to do the behavior because the outcome isn't what she wants. So in a counseling setting, this can be demonstrated through a client and a counselor where a client might come in halfway through the session and this is somebody you've been working with for a while, and in the middle of session they say, you know what, I don't think counseling is for me. This hasn't been working. I feel no improvement. Yeah, this has been a waste of my money. So a counselor with high distress tolerance would respond, processing what the individual said, have their feelings and thoughts about it, and then be able to filter what they and how they would like to respond to the individual. So, person with high reflective functioning and distress tolerance might say something like, it's really important that you shared that with me today. Part of effective counseling is the ability to be honest, and I really think it's important that you're able to say that to me and share that with me. I wonder, maybe you can be more specific. What hasn't been working? Maybe this is something we can work through. I want to give you, all options. And again, I appreciate the feedback. A person with low distress tolerance who is processing what they just heard, and it feels like an attack. It feels like they're being critical. They're saying, you're no good at what you do. And the individual comes back defensively, maybe angrily, might criticize back. So, an example of a low distress tolerance statement in return might be, well, you've only been coming once every 2 weeks. And, you know, counseling takes a while. If this isn't feeling like a good fit for you, I'm happy to give you back your money and send you on your way with some referrals. Like, sorry, I couldn't help you. Um, so as you can see, one is responding, reacting almost impulsively by their maybe unprocessed feeling. Whereas high distress tolerance is taking what an individual said to us, thinking about that, and then being able to, regardless of how much of an attack it might have felt like, how uncomfortable it made you feel, we are breathing, we maintain a level of composure, and we respond in a way that is how we want to respond, and not, maybe meeting them where they're at, which, might be a lot. So I hope that helps. And yeah, distress tolerance is something I continue to work at, and I'm sure, and there's different and various situations. So there you go.